Hello everybody and welcome. We are starting our brand new campaign. We are going to be playing a heavily modified version of Crusader Kings 3. In this modified version, we are going to be playing as a Highlander. That essentially means we will be an Immortal. There will be 11 other Immortals spread throughout the world, and we have to hunt them down and perform the quickening, as it was called, from the great movie Highlander. From there, we will gain their powers and ascend in strength. We will use this newfound powers to essentially expand our realms, gain our land, and hopefully take over the world. Included in this, we also have the Lovecraftian trait for when you are a lunatic. So that is the Whispers of the Old Gods. From there, we will be able to gain access to an entire new tree that we can look at, and it should also give us some interesting things. So this is quite a modified version. We're going to start from the earliest date, so let's go. We're going to start with a brand new game. We're going to pick Wrath of the Norsemen, and we're going to create our own ruler. So we should really start to set out some goals ahead of time on this. So we know we want to be a Highlander. Now that ideally means we should start up here in Alba. That gives us a great place to work on. I am thinking that we start as possibly a small kingdom in here. So we could start using any of these lands. I would like to start as a count and then work our way up and essentially take over. So we are going to pick 5. So from here, what we're then going to do is try and expand our realm as we go. Now for this, we're going to also create our own ruler entirely. Let's go away. We are going to play as a male. We're going to look at our religion. We're going to go for the cult of the old gods. There's the cult of Cthulhu, the cult of Azeroth, or the cult of the Black Goat. Well, that has got Warmonger, so I think that's probably where we're going to go. Our culture, we are going to go as Norse. So let us find that. No, I mean, technically we should actually be a Scot. But as a North Germanic Norse, we will gain access to some pillaging and raiding abilities that will help gain us some money. We need a good randomized first name. That will do nicely. We'll randomize our coat of arms. I quite like that. And let us pick. Why are we doing randomized? We'll be the Highlander dynasty. And do you know what? We will also change this to Ragnar Highlander. So we need to pick some traits, then we'll have a look at our appearance. So first of all, we are going to need to pick. So we know we need to do combat. This is not an achievement run at all, so we don't need to worry about our achievement limit of 400. So let's go for a brilliant strategist. Our personality. we'll come back to that. So we're going to have a look, see where we go. So we're going to take the lunatic trait. Now I know that gives us a negative. It does decrease from our health somewhat, and it will make it a little bit harder, but at the same time it will give us access to the new tree. To ensure our dynasty grows great and strong, we are going to take Beautiful Trait, which will gain us fertility and diplomacy. We are going to be a genius. We're going to be Herculean. We're going to be strong. Because we're still going with keeping all of the good traits. We're up to 838. We could start taking the Berserker trait and the Raider to get us ready to go. Let's also take Witch. This will allow us to build a coven. I do have a feeling that will allow us to get swords, so we will work on that. We do not be a part of the cult. This is all stuff I would like to gain as we go. So we are going to be athletic, so that athletic will counteract the health problem. Let's be a miracle worker. Let's start as a raider, and we'll start also as a berserker. So we are good and strong straight off the bat. Some really good, strong, powerful stats right here. Let us look at our personality and where we want to go with this. So we are wanting to take over and rule the world. So for that we are very ambitious. You don't want to take too many of these because it could cause some problems. We're going to be doing a lot of combat and going into combat. So while this does give us a likelihood of dying, we're also immortal, so we shouldn't die in combat. So let's take the Brave trait. We're going to need some money. And we could take something, well, that gives us things. So let's go for Lustful. And we will be a Zealot. We want to not only be the only one and rule everywhere, but let's try and spread our religion around and make sure we can do that. We will not be married, and we're going to start quite young, baby-faced. So, let's change the appearance. Let's customize further. Give a couple of randomizations and see what we like the look of. That seems like a good start. So, fortunately we can't give a beard. Let's go for the hairstyle. We want old berserker. That's in good bread. Go very stereotypical. Go very ginger, but we're going to go. What about that? That seems like a very good. Yeah. As I say, we're not going to go too much into customizing all of our faces first. We will later. But this is a good place to start. And I quite like where we're at. Let's just change our eye color to match more us, and we'll go from there. Finish the appearance. So we are Ragnar of the Highlander, we're North Germanic, and we are of the cult of Azeroth. Male, and we're going to go as heterosexual to ensure that if something does go wrong, we should hopefully have had some children. Submit. So we are under our liege. That's fine. I plan on taking over his realm first, giving us a nice country to start on, and then we will expand. We will have the problem that we are starting in this area, and we're only starting with a single piece of land. Let's set the game rules up. Let's enable Iron Man. Press apply, and we are ready to go. So what we will do now is we're going to go in, we're going to set up our first starting area, start setting up our things ready, and then we can hopefully take the Kingdom of Scotland. Okay, we have no player heir, no lifestyle, we're not married. We can take the decision to spawn Immortals. We will take that decision, spread the immortality. Welcome to Highlander Immortality. This event will distribute Immortal Trait across the world. Use the option below to choose whether you want your current character to become immortal. That should be a yaw. Advanced settings can be found in the game rules. I want to be immortal. You have had many near-death experiences in your life, some of them too near. You notice that you're aging much slower than your friends and family, or maybe not at all. To test your suspicion, you lock yourself away from your cot and test your condition. After your research is complete, you have come to the conclusion: I am immortal. You press enter to select this option, you gain the Immortal Trait. The Immortal Trait gives us a health of godlike boost. We have level 1 immortality. Our opinions of other immortals are minus 100. We do not lose prowess, we gain more prowess and gain extra stats. So we gained immortality. That is good. Straight off the bat, we have immortality. We have the Warmongers, Text Non-Believers, and medical creatures. There's a lot of things. Create a new cult. Oh god. Oh yes, that's where we can change that order. We're not going to do that yet. So we have got access to the servant lifestyle. Focus on studying of obscure ancient texts dedicated to someone great. So we can Azeroth. The universe is just a dream of Azeroth. Cthulhu. In his house of Villia, dead Cthulhu wakes dreaming. And Shub-Niggurath, the black goat of the woods with 1,000 years. So, Azeroth will give martial piety and servant experience. Cthulhu will give learning, health, and experience. We may have intrigue, fertility. We're going to have a look. This is increased skills with age. Again, the fodder, greedy, vengeful, deep one. So Shan would give us The invasion caster spell once per decade. That would be extremely useful with us, you know, being immortal. This kind of gives us a lot of traits. So, but what we're going to do is we're going to start in Stewardship because we're going to take Metrocracy. We need to claim the throne from our liege and take it over. So we're going to get enemy agent acceptance and gain some opinions. Start working on that. We can't claim for kingdoms as of yet. Our liege dislikes us. So obviously our religion is evil. We are lustful, we are a witch, we are of a foreign culture. We are not doing particularly well with this guy. So we'll start with a sway, possibly. We don't want our liege to dislike us too much. Yeah, so we want to sway our liege, set that up so that he will start liking us. As you can see, we also have extra titles. So we have a court champion and a tax collector. So we'll set that to normal taxes and we'll protect the liege. We're going to keep that to disrupt schemes. We're going to train commanders, foreign affairs, collect taxes, and we're going to start to convert the faith here. Start converting the faiths. We're going to have a look at how easy it is. Oh, we can Hungarian adventure, we conquer counties. Fine. What are we looking at military wise? 1 man at arms. We are feudal. Oh, we're not, we are tribal. We're tribal. We are tribal. That means we're prestige based. That's great. So we already have Vigman. Vigman, we want some Bondi. So Vigman are, well, there's Bondi. Vigman are archers. We are going to take also some light footmen as well. We're going to increase their sizes, start getting us a good army because we're going to need it when we try to take our king, who has 1,885 men in comparison to our 928 once we get everything upgraded. Need to find spouse, scaly. What we're going to do is we're going to look for someone who's going to give us a good strong aligned power. Well, these were all quite young. And I don't believe, no, I can't take concubines. I think we may take hold. Yes, we will go for hold. I think we want to get someone into our bloodline with, we want our traits, family traits to be good. So is there a Genius trait. Nope. Is intelligent. She's 40, so that's not good, so let's go with quick. Hold. Oh, she is not. We can work with that. Send a proposal. We have no player air. We can hopefully sort that out. Right. Away we go. To the handsome Ragnar, I hold gladly accept your hand in marriage. May Odin grant us long life and many children, my handsome husband. We are going to demand that she converts to our religion instead. And she has. We want prestige because we're tribal. You can nominate a successor. To my lecherous vassal, I have come to an inexorable conclusion that you truly are the best candidate I have for my open council position. Though it pains me to do so, I am unfortunately obligated to offer you the position of marshal. So we are a marshal. We don't have any candidates that we can put forward. So where do we go? Oh, here we are nicely paused. Let us progress a little bit more. We want to try to get our claim on the kingdom ready. We will need to start making some buildings. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can build all of these. We will start by building, I believe, because we want the money with the markets. But we can. There's the army's raiders. Fate smiles upon me. My wife, Chiefess Hold, is bearing my child. That's good, we have our first child on its way. So we're going to just do a bit of light raiding. Yep, we are leading the raid. We are likely to win this battle. And we're going to lose. Well, we lost the fight. And we are going miles away. Maybe not raiding there is a good start. We have 11 relationships. Okay, so because we are immortal, we know where the other immortals are. So we have got Raja Aranga, Amun Ibher, Duke Watislaw, High Chieftain Pelzingato, Emir Ali Baba, Emir Abide, the Emperor of Byzantia, the Duchy of Aragon, High Chieftain of Bern, High Chieftain of Finland, and Murder. So we need to essentially start trying to interact with these. Once we get our first kill, like that, 5% chance, but if we manage to kill him, we would gain their powers. The issue is most of these people are miles away, and now we're never going to interact with them. The only one that it appears I can interact with is this guy, who's way down here. I think we might be okay for now. Yes. So, now that we have got our red, we're going to actually dismiss our raiding party. Most of our army got wiped out. So let us not raid, and we will need to progress from there. I mean, a good place to possibly try to raid would be here. We could start an independent faction, but we don't want that. What we want is we want the kingdom. The sooner we can get that kingdom, the better. We have no hooks, we have no secrets. Ah, yes, it can. So, the new heir. My son and heir. Praise Shub-Niggurath. Holt has given birth to a perfect little son. One day you will carry on my legacy. What name would befit a chieftain? There's Hakon. He is Herculean, quick, and beautiful. Let us pause. We can use this to start not getting any marriages. But we can start focusing him down the martial tree. Because we are north, we will push that. Our wife likes us. We are good to go. I believe we're in a good spot. We have got an heir in case the worst happens. We are immortal, and we are on our way to working towards taking over the kingdom of Scotland, and also starting to convert the faith. Once we've gotten a bit further, we can start changing some more of our goals and targets and get there. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you next time in the next episode, and have a nice day. Bye now.